We are Macintosh. It's Alexander Michael Macintosh. He's the cutest kid. You know it's you. You know it's you. This is my son, everybody. Such a handsome young man. Such a smart,
Handsome.
such a smart little guy too. He's good and kind and caring. And he loves people. He loves his family. He's so good to his sister and his mother. He's really funny. He makes his dad laugh all the time. And he laughs at my jokes, which is like, I mean, he must be smart. He has to be smart. He laughs at my jokes. Smart son always laughs at his dad's jokes. Get that out of your mouth. So I wanted to talk this morning, this afternoon, today, right now. Oh, connection's unstable. Hold on a second. Okay, my connection's back. All right, I wanted to talk a little bit about some very serious things. Right. Hi, Ingrid. I'm talking about some specific things pertaining to European and Russian relations addressed as a potential future United States president. And I want you guys to understand that I understand what's going on in relation to these things because I have friends who are Europeans. I am indeed a European myself as well. And I believe I have white Russian heritage as well. So let me tell you, my family from Europe and some of my ancestors, I believe, were Russian. Vikings. So white Russians. So I understand the complexities of our culture, right? Our culture, which is a multinational culture. Let's be honest. We are a people of many nations. When I say we, I mean white people, white European, Russian, Americans, we're Canadians, we're Australians, we're South Africans. We're even in Mexico and South America a little bit. But our culture, our people, our heritage is multinational. And this is an important subject because we have for the last 100 years or so had forces pitting us against each other, pitting white people and white people in various countries fighting against each other for the causes of nationalism and other isms, shall we say. A major part of my aim as president of the United States will be to strengthen the ties between our people. More so than even our nations, right? Because really, if you look at me, for instance, you look at this young man here. Is nationality that important that should be fighting with each other for anything? What do you think? Is it that important?
What?
Is our country more important than our people?
Uh,
What do you think?
hmm.
Is it better to not fight with each other?
Hmm.
Hmm?
I decay.
You don't know. Of course you know you don't want to fight with people. You don't want to have wars with people, do you? Huh? No, you want to be friends, right?
Mm-mm.
And does it matter to you where somebody comes from or what country they are? Huh? Can you still be friends with them? Yeah, you got friends from all over the world, little man. This kid doesn't care what people are from, what nationality they are, what ethnicity they are, what their name is, gender, any of that stuff, right? This kid is the future. And indeed, I'm not so old that I'm not still the future as well. I come from a totally different way of looking at things that has very little to do with nationalism. Although I
Okay, can I see what's on your
sure
like watching?
respect and understand the importance of nations and states in serving the people.
She's just playing.
Okay. I understand that people are more important. Yeah, let me stop, please. And I'm talking. Can you please stop? Thank you. If I do indeed, and when I do indeed become president of the United States, you know, I want to make sure that America, Europe, and Russia, especially, take very serious measures to ensure that we are not divided, that we are not pitted against each other, and that we can never be conquered ever again. Right? So I want to reach out here to anybody and everybody who plans on being. My connection is unstable. Right? And ask them to understand I'm on the same page as you guys. I want peace and good relations between our people in the face of what others might try to do to pit us against each other, like appealing to our nationalistic tendencies, which we sometimes have, appealing to sectarian ideas, appealing to socioeconomic ideas, appealing to anything that might be an issue that could be used to trick us into thinking that we are different or better than anybody who is basically like us. And you know what I'm talking about. So understand that we are all the same people. Americans, Europeans, and Russians are the same people. We are one people of many nations. And there's no reason for us to ever war with each other, fight with each other, or even have any problem with each other. We can look beyond these superficial differences language as well, um, and work towards common goals for not just our own benefit, but for the benefit of the entire world. We can lead the way, we can show the rest of the world the way, we can help the rest of the world understand that our past history does not govern who we are. What came before us does not define us and does not dictate the decisions that we are going to make this world a better place. We're going to hopefully, and I really hope this, we're going to collaborate in trade, science, industry, the arts, anything we can think of that is a reason for collaboration. Space exploration, finance, farming, agriculture. There's so many ways in which we can collaborate and work together on things that are of mutual concern. Security issues, and may we never, ever, ever go back to the days of World War II or the Cold War or even the recent tensions, difficulties between our countries because of bad governance. Obama. And I want to, well, I had nothing to do with it. I promise you, I had nothing to do with it. I want to apologize to the people of Europe and the people of Russia for the behavior of the Obama administration in relation to in its foreign policy issues. And I understand very deeply how Obama's foreign policy negatively impacted Europe and Russia. And, you know, as a white American, white European American, I frankly find it embarrassing. And I wish there was something I could personally done to alter the decisions that he made that produced the outcome that happened as a result of his foreign policies. But there was nothing any of us could do. He lied to us, he tricked us, he was a tool of certain agendas. I knew that from the start, and that's why I did not vote for him. Neither time. I did not vote for Barack Obama. In fact, I did not even vote for George Bush. So I'm not partisan when it comes to these things. I understand the complex nature of geopolitical matters and never vote for or support a president who would undermine the progress that we've made in bringing us all closer together. And Obama did that. I believe Bush did that because when I was traveling in Europe, when Bush was president, people didn't necessarily have a problem with me, but they had stern words for me because of what our president was doing at the time. And I understood and appreciated their input and did everything I possibly could to, to relay and communicate this to whoever I could in Washington, D.C. And the same when Obama was president. I was traveling in Europe when Obama was president, as I do. Now, I've had nothing but kindness and generosity extended to me by the people of Europe and the Russians that I meet. I don't get to Russia. I would love to. Uh, but the Russian people and former Soviet people that I meet, nothing but fantastic to me. And I would like to be able to reciprocate that more. And I think that America, we need to wake up more and understand that this divisive rhetoric coming from the left wing is a tool designed to divide us all from the people who are our natural allies and who want to be our friends. But our government keeps crapping all over them. Don't let them do that anymore, America. This is not something we can take lightly or dismiss. Um, the time is now to seriously address these issues and to come to workable solutions and address our mutual concerns, our mutual goals, and start forming solutions to these things. Because, if you want to talk about the seriousness of the southern border issue, people, that's nothing in comparison to the seriousness of US, European, Russian geopolitical matters. And we need to do everything we possibly can to make sure that the balance of that equation is kept and we are continuously moving forward and never backward. Okay? So I'm just putting that out there. If there's anybody out there who agrees with me, let me know. If there's anybody out there who wants to work together in the future to ensure that these very serious issues are addressed, please contact me and let's start collaborating idea-wise now so that when the time comes, we will already have smoothed over the basic introductory stuff and can just get right to work, people. Okay? Let's just get to work. Because as my Irish grandfather taught me, idle hands are the devil's plaything. Right? So if we're not working towards something good, it's going to naturally gravitate towards something bad or regress. And really, it's only the crazy people who want that, and we know who they are. So let's put those crazy people where they belong, which is in the mental institution, not the White House. Okay? And anybody who would deliberately undermine that, any American deliberately undermine that, I'm warning you people. I'm warning you people. You you guys are in big, big trouble if you don't stop. Like some of you are already way, way too big, way too deep, and you're in big, big trouble already. So your time is up to those people. So if you're listening to those people and being influenced by them, the choice is yours whether to shut them out or take sides with them or whatever you want to do. But know that there's a choice to make in relation to these things, and be on the right side, people, no matter how hard it might be. Okay. All right. Ik ben een Berliner. Ik ben een Dubliner. Ik ben een Muscovite. Hopefully. Greetings to our friends in Europe. Yeah, greetings to our friends in Europe. Greetings to our friends in Russia. Greetings to our friends in Canada, Australia, and around the world. This is Michael Macintosh signing off.